Hello, my name is Michael Guerra, and my video 2 is going to be on respiration. Today we're first going to start with glycolysis. Now, what is glycolysis? It is a series of reactions that extract energy from glucose. To help you better understand this, I made a visual representation of glucose. It's 6 molecules, C6H12O6. It has two main phases. The first is the energy requiring phase, and the second is the energy releasing phase. So what I've done is, it starts with the glucose here. We need ATP, it needs the energy in order to eventually get to the pyruvate. So it needs ATP with the ADP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate and ADP is adenosine diphosphate. From the ATP and ADP, it comes into fructose, and as you can see, it adds phosphate on each side of the glucose molecule. Now this makes the fructose 1 into 6-biphosphate. Now in order to continue, what actually happens is that the glucose molecule splits in two. So the first one splits into a dihydroxyacetone phosphate with the 3 carbon molecules, and another 3 go with the glycerylide 3-phosphate. From there, we need NADH+, which is an electron acceptor, and continuing along the second phase of the energy releasing phase. And eventually we get to pyruvate. The next thing I'd like to go over with you is the Krebs cycle. The Krebs cycle is a sequence of reactions by which most living cells generate energy during the process of aerobic respiration. It takes place in the mitochondria, consumes oxygen, and produces carbon dioxide and water as waste products, and it converts ADP to energy-rich ATP. The start of this is we'll need acetyl-CoA, and it goes along, we lose some CO2, and then we lose 6 electrons with 3 NADH pluses go in and 3 NADH go out. Continues along, and it needs ADP into ATP. We put in ADP and it creates ATP energy and water. And it continues along, we lose CO2, and then we lose 2 electrons. We add in NADH plus and NADH. The next thing I'd like to go over is the electron transport system. The electron transport system is a sequence of redox reactions wherein the transfer of electrons from an electron donor to an electron acceptor is coupled with the transport of protons across the membrane to generate a proton gradient that drives ATP synthesis. It is involved in both photosynthesis and cellular respiration, and electron carriers are reduced during glycolysis and the Krebs cycle. The carriers donate electrons and protons to electron carrier proteins, and the final acceptor in this system is oxygen, which will eventually come to create water. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about is the lactate fermentation. Now, what is lactate fermentation? It is a metabolic process by which glucose and other 6 carbon sugars are converted into cellular energy in the metabolic lactate, which is lactic acid in solution. It is an anaerobic fermentation reaction that occurs in some bacteria and animal cells. And that's it for my presentation. I hope you have a basic understanding of what glycolysis is, the Krebs cycle, the electron transport system, and lactate fermentation. Thank you very much.